Hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. I'm coming to you on this Tuesday. My computer's all down on the ground. Sorry about that. But I'm showered, and that helps. So I want to, I'm going to share this real fast. I want to talk today about the overactiveness of our sacral chakra right now. I'm noticing it in my kids. I'm noticing it in the people that I'm sharing stuff with. I'm noticing it in my clients. So I figured it was about time to go onto YouTube and share a little bit about what is going on. So give me just a second while I kind of post this everywhere. And as people start joining in, okay, so this I'm doing on my phone. All right, so sorry about that. Takes me a second to get situated when I start these things, so I appreciate your patience. So what is the sacral chakra? Where is it? All these kinds of things. I know some people that watch my channel. Sorry. Some people that watch my channel actually do know a little bit about the chakra system and things like that, while other people are completely new to this sort of thing. So I'm actually doing a session today with Paul Barger. He has a YouTube channel, and he is actually recording the sessions that we are having and releasing them on his YouTube channel to really share his personal journey. So a lot of times when I'm working with people through Facebook or even in sessions, it's not quite so personal nor in depth. And, not everybody wants to share their emotional reactions to the world through this work. So Paul is actually sharing exactly what we're doing in sessions. The whole sessions is recorded, and then he's sharing them on his channel. So can't write and talk at the same time. So I am starting a Facebook Live right now. There we go. Okay. So if you're here, say hello. I would love to see your name in the chat so I can say hi to you. So the lighting is a bit weird. We're having some funky overcast weather. It just is what it is. So the sacral chakra. Great. 3 minutes in and I'm finally getting to what I'm talking about. So the sacral chakra is all about creativity, birthing, our sexual energy, our ability to really willpower is held in this place. Really having a concentrated effort on what it is that inspires us, inspiration, creativity, birthing ideas, birthing babies, making babies, connection, intimacy. Let's see what else. There's this aspect of really creating dynamic relationships with the sacral chakra. And our sacral chakras right now are literally going crazy because of this lack of connection. We're used to being able to walk around being able to really create amazing connection with people, really being able to go about our way and not have this hindrance in our space of being able to truly connect. And so there's this aspect of really being present. Hello, Destiny. And really being present to this energy, this buildup. So I know there's probably a lot of people, so if you're on Facebook and you're having issues with Facebook, you can go to youtube.com/c/homeschoolie, HOMESKOOLIE, and it's having a little bit better service over in the YouTube realm if you're trying to watch and it keeps glitching out on you. So the sacral right now is going crazy. So not only do people have a lot of this sexual tension because relationships are being strained right now, there's a lot of this uncertainty, and so it makes everything in relationships uncertain. There's a lot of aspects coming on that are just kind of creating this overdrive sensation right now. And in the overdrive, we lose a sense of who we are. In our sacral, we are so hungry to connect, to control, to dominate, to be, to give our gifts, to be creative. This is where in the sacral chakra, it's really easy to actually lose ourselves in order to connect with others. So this is where you end up seeing a lot of relationship issues happening in an overactive sacral space. Is one partner is actually trying to control or dominate another partner, and that partner is just trying to hold on to their identity, because the more that they give in the relationship or the more that they receive, sometimes they themselves fall away. So this whole sacral aspect is it's very hard to be in your sacral center whole right now. How many, it's like there's some people that are really creating a lot of creativity in their life. They're creating a lot of excitement in their life. But then there's also some people that are really just struggling with literally trying to be present right now. And so I want to really share that knowing and being able to have a little understanding about our energy centers can really create so much of, it just helps us be more gentle with ourselves. I feel like there's so much that we beat ourselves up about, and sometimes that we take a lot of things and put them on ourselves. It's like, oh, I'm not doing this right, or no, I'm not doing that right, or oh, I've got to be better at this. And I think there's something right now really shifting and transpiring in a big global way of kind of just this sense of, it's okay where we're at right now. It's okay to be where you're at right now. And I want to say that one more time. It's okay to be exactly where you're at right now. And if it feels like you're having to control or try to manipulate, or these words are really hard for a lot of people to see that they are doing these things, because there's often a judgment attached to them. I am a control freak. I really enjoy being in control. I love my space being in control. And when I got married and now have 2 babies and a dog, there is no such thing as controlling my space anymore. And what happens is when we try to dominate and control our space by dominating and controlling others, we actually start feeding off of other people's energies. And when we're doing this, we actually make them less than whole. And so honoring that the only things that we can control in our life are our thoughts, our emotions, our behavior. And I know there's one more now, I can't think of what it is, but those things are what we absolutely have control over. Anything, or our beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions, and our behavior are the things that we have control over. And in order to really create space, we have to let go of the blame game. So I was thinking a lot about this today in this aspect of really trying to understand what it is that our energy centers do. And they're here to really remind us to stay in stay in ourselves. So often we have a very dissociative culture. We have a dissociative culture in the fact that trauma has been a part of childhood for a very long time. It's something that is seen as a normal way of raising children. And this is changing dramatically, but not fast enough. So still children are being raised in trauma, and this causes dissociation. This causes us to check out. So in this checking out aspect, we actually disconnect from our solar plexus or our sacral area. We disconnect from our sacral energy center because we are not connecting to our own energy source, our own energetic, creative sense of being us. So often when we're younger and we're in school, I'm seeing this a lot now. Now that kids are not in school, there's this aspect of a lot of the having to keep up and dress a certain way or act a certain way. The parents are finding that these behaviors are actually like falling away. And it's very interesting that all these kids that have always had to deal with peer pressure and having to be around other kids all the time and manipulate and dissociate from who they truly are finding that they're thriving in the things that they love doing. They're thriving in art or music or whatever it is that they're really enjoying if they're creating that space for themselves. I'm finding this even with my kids. Now that we're kind of settling down, we're going through this really interesting transitional period of kind of, I've got a 7 and an 8-year-old, who's on the verge of 9 and very much trying to create and find where he begins and we end. And it's this interesting period of the 9-year transition of really becoming your own self. And I think a lot of us are actually going through that transition in this quarantine phase. We're actually like separating from all the things that we were pursuing and that were taking up all of our life. And we're coming to this space of really, what is it that we want? What is it that we do care about? What is it that we are excited about? And literally trying to unravel this. So I really want to encourage you, what aspects of your sacral are kind of being in overdrive right now, or underdrive? Do you feel a lack of creativity, a lack of sexual desire? Do you feel an overabundance of a sex drive? Do you feel like you're clawing at the walls? Do you feel like you're trying to control or dominate or manipulate anybody? Are you having are you birthing all these new ideas? Are you totally locked up and unable to receive any money? Money is a big part of right now. The sacral, anything having to do with lack, anything having to do with wealth or money mindset, that's all in the sacral. So there's literally so much wrapped up in this sacral aspect. And I would love for you to respond in the comments. Please, I would love to kind of elaborate more on this. I am working on my forthcoming book called Returning to Wholeness, which is going to go through the entire aspect of the 13 chakras and really how to awaken all of the chakras, heal your body, and really return to a sense of wholeness and your oneness at the same time. Because I've talked already about ego and how we are an individual being. Our egos are very important. This is what separates us. This is what drives us. This is what creates inspiration and creativity. This is a big part of our sacral energy, is being whole as an individual. But as we go through this course in the wholeness, returning to wholeness, we're going to go a little bit further and actually learn how to connect to source energy. I know a lot of people are interested in learning how to read their Akashic records. These are all going to be in this course. And this is really going to be kind of like a master course in really awakening and healing and connecting again with your divine abilities and your gifts and talents. So I'm really excited about this, and it's going to be a book as well as a I haven't decided if it's going to be a 90 days or a 12 month. So I'm still working out all the details. I'm thinking it's going to be 90 days so that people can get in. And by the time things kind of are going whichever direction they're going, people are going to be able to step out of this quarantine literally with the tools that they need in order to create their most magical life. So really excited about this. And I feel like this sacral aspect is a big component to really understanding why we're being triggered and driven in the way that we are. So hopefully this little live can give you a little bit of insight and create some direction as to maybe what has been fueling some of the underlying issues going on. And again, if you'd like some more personalized attention or some personalized support, please feel free to go to www.homeschooly.life and book a telehealth session with me, and we can really dive in and unravel what is going on and heal specifically the components in your life that are needed. So I hope you have a blessed day, and I will talk to you soon.